Hello, it is Fears here, and today I will be doing the Nicole Nanase review as promised. So let's get started. Her name is Nicole Nanase, even though on the info, you still have it as Haruka in the info, but in the title of the image you have it as Nanase, so I guess it's okay, but I still recommend changing the name in the info. She is 16 years old and 17 in Eternal Summer, or I think that's just like the second season is all that is. She's a female, obviously. She was born on August 16th. Her zodiac is Leo. She is 5'4". I do not have a problem with that because it's only a couple inches under the average height for a 16-year-old girl, which is okay, and yeah, so I don't have a problem with that. She's only a little underweight too, so it's fine too. You just missed by a little bit. She is a first-year high school student at Iwatobi High School. Her relatives are her father, mother, grandmother, who is deceased, and her brother. She likes painting water-related scenes, mackerel, which is okay, hanging out with friends, and playing in the bathtub. Why I say it's okay for her to like mackerel is because a lot of the time family members like the same thing, especially those of close age, because if their sibling who's close in age to them like eats it, they think it's going to be good too, and I don't know, that's just what I think. That's not actual psychology, so don't trust me on that. She dislikes water and swimming and has aquaphobia, which is cool. That's all explained later in her bio, so we'll address that later. But I have to make the same joke. How are you related to Haru? Sorry. Her habit is that she likes to try and impersonate Haru, and calls Haru Nini, even though she's a 16-year-old. I like that part that she calls Haru Nini. It's very cute. It shows just what kind of relationship they have, or kind of relationship that you're expecting out of them. Her spirit animal is a porpoise? Is that how you say it? Hold on. I'm not gonna check how you say it. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna see what that is. Oh. Okay, so it's like a dolphin. Kind of. Not the same thing, but it looks like a dolphin. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway. Where were we? Her spirit animal is a porpoise. Her future occupation is a selling painter, which I assume, and it's most likely right, that she's going to sell her art when she is older. Okay. Physical appearance. Nicole is a tall, slightly slender girl with straight black hair that reaches that reaches to her mid shoulder blades. I read that weird earlier. She has expressive blue eyes and always expresses her emotions through eye contact. Her typical school uniform consists of a light brown skirt with a red bow tie, a dark gray unbuttoned blazer, blue socks, and black shoes. During the winter, she wears a light black blazer. Isn't that the same as dark gray? Maybe not. No. Okay. I like her appearance. You didn't... never mind. the description of her appearance fits her well and is most accurate. Yay. I'm sorry. Okay, personality. That was fast. Nicole is a little antisocial, but is open to her friends and family, especially her brother. She has a hard time explaining her feelings, but she sometimes shows it through eye contact or body language. She can be a crybaby on some occasions and will sometimes throw a hissy fit at stupid or unreasonable things. She mostly runs to Haru when she's feeling sad or needs someone to talk to. She's very protective of her friends and sometimes a little clingy to her brother, always hiding behind him due to her shy and antisocial attitude. She is the kind of girl who is afraid to ask help from others, afraid to ask for help from others, and would run to Haru for help. She looks up to Haruka like a hero and would even try to keep up with her appearance to make herself look like him. And you say she's basically a Haruka wannabe. That's how much he looks up to him. Her favorite things to do are painting and drawing, yet most of the art relates. Okay, sorry, I read that wrong. I can't read. Most of the art she makes relates to swimming or water, showing her desire to want to give swimming another try, yet she's too scared to do so. I like her personality. It's very well-rounded. I think you explained it well. I don't know about anyone else, but I like it. I feel like I should mention that Haru is really good at art too. If you've watched the episodes, you know that. Which I guess could be a kind of genetic or like, I don't know, psychological thing. Like, both of my parents were artists, and apparently I'm a good artist. So that works. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not good with genetics a lot. I'm not really good with genetics, but yeah. Anyway, moving on to her bio. In the first season, or Iwatobi Swim Club as you have it labeled on here, Nicole keeps thinking about the past when she loved to swim and how she would always swim with Haruka in the swim club. She was around 6 or 7 at the time. Due to a near-drowning incident, she refuses to swim and is now terrified of water. See, that's where she got her aquaphobia from, the drowning kind of thing. And a lot of people, after drowning, would stay away from water or would fear drowning again, so they'd isolate themselves for a long time. Not isolate, oh my gosh, I'm dumb. Or keep themselves away from water for a long time in fear that it might happen again. She will sometimes be seen dipping her feet in the water or even sitting on the stairs at the shallow end of pools, but that's as far as she will go when it comes to swimming, which is understandable. Once again, I'm bringing up my OC from the last video, who has aquaphobia and will go to shallow places, like shallow bodies of water, but if she can't see the bottom, she's terrified of it. So yeah. When they started the swim club, she decided to try to get over some of her fear by helping out Gu with coaching. Oh my gosh, I can't read. By helping out with Gu on coaching or simply helping. Her fear slowly began to disappear, and was starting to like, and she was starting to like the water, but she still wasn't brave enough to go into the pool. However, her phobia came back. Her phobia came back, and this time was almost permanently set when she watched the sight of Rei and Makoto nearly drowning in the ocean. Which makes me think of how Makoto was afraid of the ocean, and he went as far as to swim in it and go and try to save Rei from drowning in the ocean, but when he saw Rei actually about to drown, he completely froze, and it scared him half to death. So that makes sense. I don't know why I had to point that out, but I just had to. Okay, where was I? Due to her fear and emotional shock, she stayed away from the swim club completely. This has also caused her to become more antisocial and has even stopped. Oh god. And she has even stopped talking as much as she always does. In fact, she became more quiet and less outspoken. No matter who the person was, whether it be a stranger, a friend, or a family member, including Haruka, she barely spoke and would let her eye contact do most of the talking. Which, which, it makes sense that would happen, because if you think about it, someone who, like, someone who has, like, a fear of rejection, someone, like, if they worked up all their courage to go and, like, ask this one person out, or, ask this one person to join, like, a team or something, and they, weren't, like, the person didn't want to go out with them, or didn't accept them to the team, they'd be a little more upset, and they'd be terrified, and wouldn't do a lot that requires being approved for a really, really long time, or might even never do it again. So it makes sense that she withdrew after the traumatizing incident when she saw Rei and Makoto, two of her friends, nearly drown. And that brought back memories of her drowning incident. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Anyway, Eternal Summer. Around this time, Nicole is a second year and has begun to slowly ease her way back into the swim club. Although she's still afraid of water after the beach incident. But as time went on, she got back into being a helpful assistant to Gu and her coaching, and slowly began to feel encouraged to give swimming another try. There were times where she stayed after and tried to get in touch with her swimming side by feeling the water or dipping her feet in the pool. One day she decided to try to let her body touch the water. Every day after school, she would slowly ease deeper and deeper into the pool until she finally overcame her fear and started swimming in freestyle. Haruka and the others discovered this, and Nicole instantly felt proud of herself for reaching her one and only goal to, quote-unquote, to be in touch with the water once again. Okay, so I like how she's not really focused on everything that's happening with the boys. Well, kind of, but she's spending the time that they are spending, like, trying to get better at swimming. She's spending the time to get over her fear of swimming in the water. And that shows great character development throughout the show so far. Like how Reen went to be from being Reen to being how he was as a kid. kind of. Anyway, rambling again. Hold on. Okay. Her relationship. Haruka is Nicole's older brother, who she looks up to very much. She could always seem to tell what he's feeling, like how Makoto can tell what he's thinking, and tries everything in her power to make him happy, or at least try to impress him, which is normal among siblings a lot. Like, I tried to impress my older sister for a really long time. I gave up, though. She has a strong attachment to him and even refuses to swim in the girls' swim team unless she was in the boys' swim team with him. There are times when she does annoy Haruka due to her clingy attitude towards him. You know what, I'm going to talk about the relationship after I'm finished reading all of them, because then it's going to be too long, and I'm never going to stop talking. Next is Makoto. Makoto is a long-term friend and high school crush. The two have been best friends for years, and Makoto was the one who encouraged Haruka and Nicole to join the swim club. Several years had passed, and the two barely talked during junior high. But then in high school, they began to get close once more, and that's when Nicole's crush began to grow. At first, she denied it, then after a while accepted it, and would secretly admire him during class or during swim club activities. Next is Nagisa, another long-term friend from elementary school. Both her and Nagisa Both her and Nagisa have quite a bit in common. From sweets to the subjects they dislike, such as math. Both of them seem to enjoy a horror-like thrill, and both have an optimistic persona they both like to share together as best friends. Nicole would always share her sweets with Nagisa, and both are quite troublemakers when together for periods of time. They were once rumored to be a couple due to how close the two were, as they were caught holding hands and even enjoying each other's company. But Nicole and Nagisa both denied the rumor and became more careful with their actions, not wanting people to make up any more rumors. They even worked together to get Ray to join the swim club. Ray. At first, Ray and Nicole were slight enemies. Nicole never understood the theories Ray spoke of, and Ray disliked Nicole's character in general, saying how it reminded him of Nagisa and how annoying he acted when he was trying to get him to join the swim club. But after a bit, the two began to grow a senpai-kohai relationship. Nicole grew to understand his use of vocabulary and would calm down her optimism as to not annoy him so much. As for Ray, he began to grow a bit of respect for her when she learned her story. When he learned her story about being afraid to swim. There were times when they didn't get on each other's nerves, but other than that, they have a slight friendship that isn't weak or strong. Okay, Reen. Reen and Nicole have known each other since they were kids, like Makoto and Nagisa. I thought it was Makoto and Haru. Oh well. However, after Reen moved to Australia, Nicole grew a sense of worry and would occasionally send him letters, even though she barely gets a reply. When they met again at the event in swim club, she became even more worried when he continuously challenged when he would continuously challenge Haruka to a swim race at any chance. I was like, I told you I can't read. After the swim race, when Rin had swam instead of Ray, her worries grew less and less, and the two began to talk more and more as time went on. Oh my gosh. You have Sasuke. You have Sasuke. Okay, Sasuke. This is really long already. Sasuke. Nicole's relationship with Sasuke is complicated. Oh. Sorry about that. I was at Sasuke, right? Oh my god. Nicole's relationship with Sasuke is complicated. They were at first enemies due to her being related to Haruka and would often be intimidated by his scary aura and height. He's only like an inch taller than Mako. So isn't he? Isn't he just an inch taller? Never mind. But when his shoulder was damaged, Nicole still tried to at least help him, even though he would often reject her offer to help. Both Nicole and Sasuke have little to no interaction and currently have no thoughts on each other. Montero, both have barely interacted, yet they know each other. Momo considers her the same level as Cute, but would ask her for advice for Gu's affections. Sorry. Okay, so from what I can see, she doesn't have a relationship with Gu, for one. And then two, she doesn't seem to have any enemies, even the last two who have, like, they're indifferent towards her. Maybe because her and Sasuke had a bad start, they should end it really bad. I don't know. They should be enemies and not grow into a friendship, maybe. Because it's always good for someone to have an enemy. Because when they experience actually getting an enemy for the first time, they're shocked, and I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Don't trust me on this stuff. Well, I think that's it for now. This is Fears signing off. I will see you in the next video. Bye.